What's up, you guys? Big Bob here, and welcome to Showcase of the Week. You guys might have seen Johnny from Cholo Baggers, his Tales of the King a few weeks back. But today, we're right here with a Softail, right? It's a heritage.
Correct.
That built, paint, what exactly did you do to this thing?
There's kind of a story behind this bike.
Okay.
So this bike was purchased from Victorville Harley Davidson back when it was Victorville Harley Davidson.
Yes.
I went in, I seen the bike. It didn't have these wheels or tires on it. It was set up different, but it had the same style, the same Cholo style. I wanted to purchase it, you know?
Yeah.
And I was back and forth. And my compa happened to go in, and he's seen it. He calls me, he's like, hey man, I want this bike. The same guy that bought my Monte Carlo. He says, hey man, I want this bike. Are you gonna get it or not? I'll go, nah, I've been kicking it around, man. If you want it, go ahead.
Yeah,
you know? So sure enough, he buys it. And he's gonna be pissed if I say this, but he buys the bike, right? We're at Harley. He buys himself a helmet. He's got one of those big domer helmets, you know. He bought it right there. So he's going to take off on the bike. He goes, I'm gonna do a lap, because he hadn't ridden a bike in a lot of years, you know. So he does a lap, and here he comes right for the door. He's flying at me. He's dragging his feet. He's trying to stop, and I'm like, stop the bike! Get off the bike! Give me the helmet. So yeah, it was, you know, this was his first bike. But yeah, we got him rolling, we got him riding, and so anyway, this bike, Ralph, like I mentioned in the last episode, Ralph Bencomo, this is the first bike we actually tore down and actually did something with.
Was this the one that was black before?
Yes, it was black.
Okay, I remember we were sitting on the table over there.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
It was black. Amazing. So this one, you know, Ralph, he's like, let's do it, you know. Fred is the owner's name. He says he wants to paint it. I've been talking to him. He's like, let's tear it down. I was like, yeah, okay. So what we did is Ralph tore it down, and I think he went a little bit far on it, man. I was just thinking the two fenders of the tank.
Yeah.
He's got the air cleaner. He's got the whole front end off. And I'm like, oh my God, this thing was you know, and it's, like I said, it's the first time we really started to do something. So in the beginning, it's intimidating, but you know, we work on cars too, and that can be intimidating. But anyway, he wanted candy apple red. So we got it all ready. I painted it candy apple red. He'd been coming to the shop every day to look at his bike, you know, in the different stages. So as a surprise for him, what we did is all the leafing wasn't part of the deal. You know, it was just gonna get painted candy red. And what I did is I called him and said, hey man, you're not allowed at the shop anymore. We had a problem. And I guess you can't come by anymore. He's like, are you serious? I was like, sorry.
That's kind of jacked.
So what we did is after I painted it, got it to Mike Lamberson, had his wife run it down. We gave him, you know, the idea of what we wanted to do. He did all the work on it, all the silver leaf and the striping, got it back, re-cleared it. Ralph got it all put back together. In the meantime, he's calling me every day like, hey, what's going on with my bike? I was like, just chill out, it'll be done. I don't know when, man, but you know, ever since whatever happened, you know. So anyway, I ended up that day when he called me, I ended up pulling up in front of his house with it. Nice. So he's looking at it. Is like that my bike? Yeah, like this, done. Is that my bike? That's your bike, man. So yeah. So we put it all together, and of course since then he's put his twist on it. He added the wheels, the barb spokes with the nipples and all that kind of stuff, and the seat, of course.
Chrome swing arm, or is that covered?
Chrome swing arm.
Nice.
Yep.
I see little accents in the Viclista seat. We're actually supposed to do an episode with them soon. Check out his leather work, guys. Check out my Instagram, Facebook. Now, anything in particular about this thing that you did different, or?
No, I mean, like I said,
basic. Actually, I mean, not basic, but
to be honest with you, like in all honesty, for years I've always wanted to do a candy paint job. Yeah. And for years, as a painter in the industry, everybody, like in the collision side, they like shy away from it. They don't want to do it. Everybody's really scared to do it because you can mess them up. You know, right. If you put too many coats, too many heavy coats, you get a sag or something, it's over. You can't just spot it. You got to redo the whole part. Okay. So this was actually like my first candy paint job. Wow. You know, so I was like, I'm going to give it a shot. Let's see what happens, you know.
One time?
So this was the first time. Yeah, once.
I mean, one spray or whatever you call it?
Yeah, we didn't have to re-spray anything. I sprayed it, you know. It's got Orion Silver with House of Color candy apple on top.
So the silver, that's inside, right? Inside the...
Yeah, so what you're looking through, the candy, the sparkle on the bottom is the silver.
Oh, okay. Which is a paint or a flake?
It's a paint, yeah.
Okay. Oh. Now, is that the silver is what is underneath the red, or is that flake?
No, that's just the silver base coat.
Okay. So that's paint.
Yeah. Okay. So the silver base, Orion silver, a house of color with candy apple red on over it.
Oh, okay.
So the candy is like a transparent coat that goes over the silver. So whatever the base is, you're gonna see through the candy and you're gonna see the base, and that's what that is.
I'm starting to learn now. So the candy is a trans, meaning whatever's underneath. Wow. Okay.
It's gonna reflect through. Yeah. Yeah.
See, always learning, And obviously that's leaf, right? The silver.
Correct.
Leafing.
All silver leafing. Yeah.
And this is done right here. It's pretty much complete.
Yeah, I think he's kind of neglected it. This thing, he's won a lot of shows with it, and we give him a hard time because he never washes this thing, ever. He goes to a show and he wins, right? So there we go.
There it is.
There's the name of it right there.
So for you guys who don't know, that means dirty, right?
Yeah.
Dirty boy,
dirty,
dirty
yeah.
girl.
So
right on, Johnny. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate all your
Thank
work.
you.
Thank you, guys. Remember, check out Johnny at Cholo Bag. One word, Cholo Baggers.
Cholo Baggers, yeah.
On Instagram, give him a DM or give him a ring, or maybe not a ring, but DM. Don't call him on Instagram. We'll talk to you guys soon. King Life.